and Vishy has already gone into over 30-second thing. And he was sitting at the board before Garry sat there. What's going on?
And if I'm not wrong, when we got a quick look at his board in working through the position, E4 was on there at one point. So it's not like this is a first move that wasn't discussed to some degree.
I think the answer there was he saw that there were three major approaches to E4. The first was E5 and just keeping the balance, and we saw some kind of a Scotch game. Is this choice kind of going for French? Like we could have a situation of D4, D5, E5, and in the French you have this usual light square bishop problem. Well, I don't see that so much as a problem anymore. You get to play bishop H5. So the second issue was the French, and actually another third issue. Once again, you would like to play D5 and not recapture with a rook, but recapture with a knight. Hence, a situation like this would play perfectly into black strategy. And Vishy spent 30 seconds. Which approach would I like? He eventually chose the French defense. Did you like his choice, Maurice?
May I make this point?
Sure.
Please. E6 has been played in 4 of the 5 games. 3 yesterday. And 1 today after E4. French players like yourself.
Rejoicing.
It's a golden period for French defense players.
Well, for all the time that Vishy ate up, we're going to eat into Garry's clock in very much the same way.
Right.
Perhaps a little bit of a surprise for him. Some more tepid move here, less committal, reaching for that E6.
Well, you notice that Garry hasn't responded instantly with the D4, D5, E5 traditional French defense setups, because I think Garry is warming up to the fact that, the pawn is supposed to restrict black's play. But after F6 followed by bishop G6, you might regret having given up the square F5. By the way, I'm going to put a move or two on the board if you don't mind for just a moment. I've been talking about this queen on H8. In a French defense where you're trying to secure the F5 square, queen suddenly is very nicely ready to come out. H4, queen H5, and I can warm up to the position for black.
I like it. You've preempted my question about how the queen all of a sudden didn't feel so good being locked out of that dark square diagonal, but like you say, sets up a nice little battery there for the bishop on a longer light square diagonal, perhaps.
Please.
And watching Garry head in hands move 2. This is what preparation is all about or even when we're talking about chess 960, because you're not going to see a world-class player sitting there, E4, E6, move 2, head in hands, trying to work out various. Looking at this, and clearly he and Fabi did not look at E6. So importantly, Vishy came up with a move that has now surprised Garry, at least in this first game, that he would have to look at for game 3, but he doesn't have the benefit of preparation now. He's got to deal with it in game 1.
This speaks to the multifaceted nature of a format like this, of a variant like this, right? Where you're playing not just the game of chess, you're playing the opponent, you're playing the clock, right? And so very much, it can be just as maybe if it's not the most optimal move, maybe the engine says, okay, this isn't the best move, but in this circumstance, it might be the best move because of what it forces from your opponent. That now 3+ minutes of thinking here, just on move 2?
Yeah. prefer knights to bishops. He is unique amongst his grandmaster colleagues in his desire to play the knight. Guess what we got? Queen and knight versus queen and bishop. Which player will prove
You've got to
his
prove
word?
it now. You've got to
By
prove
the
it now.
way,
We're rapidly approaching
both
panic
clock-
time for both players.
both
For
players.
the first time in this game, it's actually Fischer Random who has less time on his clock. He does get the 10-second increment back
Where did it all go?
111.
Where
He
did
has
it
to
go?
he's
To
got-
winning a pawn, that's where it went.
By the way, knight e4. If I'm in Vichy's shoes, I am chomping at the bit to bring my queen to the e5 square. Knight e4. Love this move.
Yeah.
What is Garry doing?
He's throwing away the game is what he's doing. He's down to now 37 seconds. He's down is it count right? He's about to be down.
He'll be down a pawn.
He will be down a pawn shortly.
We have
And
a
C4.
What?
Didn't see that.
On the board, mixing it up.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Maurice.
He roulette.
Yeah.
This position,
Yeah, but-
C4 is a wild move.
But all the chambers are loaded. How about going pawn hunting?
Wow.
F4 check, queen c7 to f4. By the way, give me that pawn too while you're at it, and give me this pawn too.
Yeah, I just want to grab that pawn with my knight right now.
But guess
That's a
what?
possibility.
Fishy is now down on the clock.
30
And
seconds.
These seconds. This is the moment Garry was talking about in his interview. I outplay him in the time pressure. And how is he? How is it possible that Fishy's at 20 seconds now?
You've got to make a move.
I don't think Vichy sees queen c7. I think he's calculating knight takes c5.
You've got to
Fishy.
pick up a piece.
Vichy.
Make a move. That was
10,
seven.
single digits. We're down to 5 seconds now for Viswanathan Anand. 4 seconds on the clock.
Three,
Is he even
two,
aware of the
one,
fact that he needs to make a move? He's
He's
about to
going
flag.
in.
The time.
Oh my
that's it.
god! Vichy just completely lost awareness of the clock.
What just happened? Garry Kasparov comes away with the victory. They're discussing it now.
No, I thought I had time.
You heard it right there.